Hi guys, Erica Corinne. I'm back and I wanted to do kind of a conversation video about being a female Uber driver. I just started 3 weeks ago. I'm doing this on a Friday. It's evening, so I haven't gone out yet tonight, but I just wanted to talk about it because when I was thinking about doing it, there's some videos, there's a decent amount of videos on YouTube about being a female Uber driver, but a lot of them were just like, hi, I'm an Uber driver and it's fun and it's great and I make a lot of money, which is good if you can make a lot of money, but I was just still more apprehensive about it. Mainly because, well, being a female, I've always taken myself as being a strong female and not being too intimidated by a lot of people. If you can hear growling, those are my boys, my two dogs. They're playing in the other room. But anyways, even as feeling as a strong female, I was still apprehensive because you never know. And it's not like I can bring my husband with me and he can ride with me all night too. So, I know that if you're in a large city like Los Angeles, they have where female drivers can sign up to only pick up female passengers. I guess it makes you feel a little more comfortable. But I don't live in Los Angeles, and I don't know if it's in other big cities like Los Angeles, but so can't do that. But I did find out, which made it a little easier to sign up and do it, as in when you get a call and if you say you accept it and you go to pick up that person and you get there and you see them and you don't feel comfortable. No matter what it is that makes you uncomfortable, you can keep driving, just drive past them, keep going, and then decline the ride. I was told, well, actually my husband was told he was able to go to a meeting that I wasn't able to go to, with an Uber representative, and they said if you do that, it does not show badly on you as a driver. They expect people to be uncomfortable once in a while. Personally, I haven't had that happen. I'm sure if I see someone, say it's 2 in the morning and the bars just got out, which I haven't gone out that late yet, but say I do, and say, the person I'm supposed to pick up is like stumbling around, I might not want to pick up that person just because I don't want someone to throw up in my car. That's another thing that I did find out, which made me feel a little bit more comfortable, but like I said, I haven't been out that late, is that Uber does refund you for detailing if something like that happens in your car. If you just want to go get your car detailed so it looks nice because you want good ratings and you're picking people up, they're not going to refund you for that. They're only going to refund you for things that passengers do in your car, which we can all guess what that is. Like I said, I haven't had that experience, and hopefully I won't have that experience. But so far I haven't had too bad of an experience. The latest I have stayed out is until midnight. My goal when I started is to do people going out at the beginning of the night, because they're most likely, unless they get a ride from a friend, they're going to take an Uber also out. If they're going to plan on taking an Uber back home or wherever, they're going to take an Uber out, which I've had a decent amount of experience with people actually doing that. Last Saturday, I went out around 6, and there was just nobody. I think I was out for 45 minutes, and I took 2 rides, which were just their normal Uber rates, which everybody that takes Uber knows that's why they take Uber, because it's usually cheaper than a cab. So at that point, it was like maybe $8-9 earning. And at that point, I was like, I'm away from my husband, I'm away from my dogs, which are my little baby boys, and it just wasn't worth it at that point. So instead of driving and wasting gas, I just went home. Probably around 9:30, I checked it, and as a driver, you can see, you'll see a map of your area, and if there's surge prices going on, which if you don't know what that is, it just means it's different because of a higher demand, then they're going to charge riders more. So it was like the highest I've ever seen it. It was like over 3%, over 3 times the amount of a normal Uber ride. So I got in the car and I went out. I had to make money. I doing this as a second job, only on weekends right now. We have bills we have to pay. He has schools to pay. We have normal debt like any other 30-something-year-old in America. So that's why I started doing it. So far, I've had a good experience. I come home exhausted, even more than I did, especially on Friday nights, because, I worked a full 8 hours at my normal desk job, which can be tiring to begin with. If anybody else works in a cubicle farm like I do, it can be tiring. But I just kind of want to I hope I explained some things that I did not get from other videos, that I did find out before I started driving. Let's see. After your first 20 rides, you can sign up to get 20% off your cell phone bill, which is awesome because you have to use your own cell phone and you are using some of your data because you have to have the app running so that Uber knows that you're online and you're willing to pick people up. So that's something I didn't know until I signed on the app. You must have, which I guess if you just Google Uber, you can find this out, but since I'm here, you have to have a 4-door car. You can't have a 2-door car. And you do have to get your car inspected. It's pretty much like all your brake lights works, your tires are fine. I failed the first one because my front brakes were low. They weren't to the point where I was squeaking or I could hear anything, but for the Uber inspection, I had to have them replaced, which luckily my husband knows how, and so it just cost me the price of buying the brakes. So the stuff like that, like your lights work, your horn works, your kind of like if you remember going to the DMV when you were getting your driver's license and they made you like turn on your blinker, turn this blinker on, pump on the brakes so that your brake lights turn on. They check all that before you go for your driver's test. So I remember that. So that's the kind of expansion, and it was just at a Jiffy Lube, and it was free both of the times. The one time I failed, the brakes, and the second time when I went back after the brakes were fixed and they redid it. I didn't have to pay for any of that, so that was awesome. So once you sign up on the app, you go through and you have to show them proof of that you have auto insurance, that your registration is up to date, and that's pretty much taking your piece of paper and taking a picture of it with the app, and then they review it. I think it took them about 5 days to do all that. Once I got the inspection passed, then I think it was like one more day. I think it was one more day that I got an email and said, okay, you're good to go. You can start driving. So the sign up part's not difficult. It was just the nerves, getting over the nerves. That first day, it was a holiday. What was it, Memorial Day we just had? No. Yes, Memorial Day. So I was off of work, and I was so nervous. I was like procrastinating that day. I was so nervous to go do it, but I finally went out. I only did like 3 rides, but I just wanted to make it a short first time trip, and it was great. I hope I've helped you figure out some more details about driving for Uber, especially as a female. And yes, it can be nerve-wracking, and hopefully, like me, I got over the nerves. I'm still not quite over the late night nerves, but I'm trying. If you want any more questions answered, let me know in the comments and I will answer them for you. If you guys enjoyed this conversation with me, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up, and I will see you soon. Thanks. Bye.